Welcome back to Let's Do 2020, where we're guiding you through the last 2 weeks of the presidential election with dignity, grace, and a whole lot of gin. This week we were spared from a second presidential debate, thank God. I would have rather listened to 2 hours of microphone feedback and jackhammering than listen to Grandpa's Showdown Round 2. But the super spreader-in-chief refused to participate in a remote debate, forcing voters to flip between what felt like a calming episode of Planet Earth and The Real Housewives of New York. On one channel, you had an old man talking about climate change. On the other, a loud Upper West Side bimbo who's bad with money and wears too much makeup. If you missed it, not only did Trump refuse to condemn QAnon, he said he didn't even know her. He basically admitted to being $400 million in debt and said the Venmo request from Putin was from birthday drinks like 5 years ago. And to top it all off, Trump claimed that 85% of people who wear masks come down with the coronavirus, proving that post-COVID brain fog is even more serious than doctors initially thought. Biden, meanwhile, escaped with no gaffes or game-changing moments. When asked about the Supreme Court, he said that the only kind of court packing he likes is the kind that happens at Baskin-Robbins. Speaking of cold things that make your head hurt, Amy Coney Barrett. This week she refused to say whether or not Trump could delay the election, so we've gone ahead and made a few more episodes of this show, just to get ahead. Watching the hearings this week was like watching the first 15 minutes of a horror movie, over and over again. You know she's gonna peel off her skin suit and morph into a 15-foot creature eventually. Let's just skip the pleasantries and get to the scary part. Millions of Americans have already exercised their right to vote, marking the first time in 6 months that millions of Americans have exercised anything. More than 17 million people in America have already voted, despite the GOP's best efforts to suppress turnout. Like in California, where the Republican Party put up fake ballot drop boxes in order to spread confusion about voting by mail. But don't worry, Let's Do 2020 has 5 ways you can spot a Republican drop box in California. Number 1, it's not vegan friendly. Number 2, the only waves it serves are the market. Number 3, it was caught wearing a Reagan t-shirt in West Hollywood. Number 4, it says things like all votes matter. And number 5, it spends way too much time reading the Bible verses on the bottom of In-N-Out cups. That's our show. I'm gonna go put my ballot in a real California drop box. Thanks for watching.
So I'm doing this town hall with Concast, C-O-N, right? Con, because it's a con job, Concast, C-O-N, not C-O-M, C-O-N, cast.